Hi guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. Now today I'm in the Hyundai IoniQ with a Q hybrid. Now today I'm going to show you around, give you a little drive and show you what it's like. I hope you enjoyed the car, I hope you enjoyed the ride. So as we turn to the Hyundai Premium IoniQ or IoniQ Premium Hybrid, as we enter, it's got nice leather or pleather steering wheel, good thickness. It's got paddle shifts, so they do kind of work in hybrid mode, so normal drive mode and also in sports, well, call it sports mode, normal driving mode. You got the start button here. Put your foot on the brake, press the start button, and I love that turn on screen, but I hate that beeping noise, so I'm going to put on my seatbelt. So one, it tells you you're ready to drive. Two, it means that you're in eco mode, because obviously there's no engine noise until the batteries feel like that they need it. It's got a nice 10.25 inch screen here. Great information, infotainment center. So we're on map at the moment, or nav. You've got radio, so all the shortcuts are on here. It's quite self-explanatory. So it's got history, media. I find it's quite cool. It's got sounds of nature on a setting on this, so you can have a lively forest, car motions. I mean, I might almost buy the car just for this. You've got all the different settings, so Bluetooth audio, sound of nature is what we're on, CarPlay and Android Auto, so it works with both smartphones. I'm going to just turn that down a smidge. We're going to go back to the radio, so it sort of turns it off, because I've got the volume off. So we've got the multi-climate system here, front rear screens, plus the arrows up and down are for the main fan system. You can have fan just on the driver if you're in it here alone. Car charging port, which is great. As you can see, it's charging my phone. USB, that's what I've been charging this camera on. In the front here, we've got heated steering wheel, both passenger and driver, heated seats and cooling seats, which is cool. You've got the view for the camera behind, parking sensors, also hold if you're on hills, and your parking brake. What's quite great, it gives you a readout on your economy here, so how well you're driving, your driver selector on the left hand side just here, and this is like your eco power on this left hand side. On your right is your fuel, you're in eco mode here, and it shows you you're actually in EV mode, and it shows you your fuel and your battery on the right hand side. But you can change a couple of settings if you press this button here. Changes just above the fuel, you'll see when I press it. You can change various things there. You can go down to attention level, drive assist, and go through all the settings, which are all these bits down here. You got your lane assist, drive assist, your traction, your battery reset. You have to press this for your fuel cap. It's all very technical in here. You got your electrical seat just on the driver's side in this one, to your settings. That was a bit of an artful. Yesterday I tried setting it up. It was a lot more difficult than I had wished, but I think the car is very spacious. Got these sports sort of leather seats with the manual headrests here. You got the button on the side to pull them down. As you can see, I can do it with just one hand. But the car overall, I wouldn't say it's my cup of tea. It's a little bit twitchy from the hybrid to the petrol system. It's got a lot going for it. It's not an overly expensive car. It's between 24 and 28,000 in the standard model. This one is a little bit more. It's the Premium SE model, which comes with a few extra bits and pieces in terms of tech. So it comes with like the cooling seats, the privacy glass in the back. It's got various options, but I'm sure you can get that in the standard model, but this one comes in at just over 30,000, depending where you look, between 30 and 33,000 RRP. This one's got standardly slightly larger screen, It's got the 10.5 rather than the 8, or 10.25, sorry. It's got more speakers, subwoofer, the sound's great, but it's got the multi-climate system, which not all of them have it, but it's not always going to have all the nice finishings. I mean, it's nice, it's got the pleather sports seats, you got a little bit of hug, but I find sometimes it's quite dangerous in this car, as when you go to leave the car, you forget it's actually on, so you got to be careful that it's not on. You get that little siren and it turns it off for you. So I think that's great, and that stays on until you open the driver's door. See, it turns it off. So just gonna have a quick walk around. Got slots for your bottles. This one comes with the iconic plate, scuff plate, which is on the premium package. These 15-inch wheels here, don't actually like the finish on these whatsoever. It's got a blue drive, which is its eco hybrid system. Nice lines all the way down. As you can see, it's got hybrid, iconic with a Q. If I open this up by pressing this, it's got the reversing camera just here, and a massive boot. This is pretty deep. I mean, it's got run flats on this car, so it's got a really deep boot. No spare wheel, no spare tool. Well, lift this up, you've got your air pump and a jack to pump up your tyres. Hasn't got any gel on this model. Parking sensors on the back, but it almost comes in like a hatchback, to be honest, because you can fold these seats down and you've got a massive flatbed. So I'm going to show you. Push this forwards, push that down, that's how easy it is. Pull that up, push that down, and you've got, okay, that one didn't go down, but huge flatbed. You've got 3/4 of the car, and that's probably, I would say, 2.5 meters from there to there. In the passenger door, I notice actually that the back seats have got heated seats, which is fantastic, both sides. Upgraded Infinity speakers, which are in the front and back, and they've got a subwoofer. Nice little addition, scuff plate in the back, an addition there. Consistent pleather sort of sport seats in the back. Not the driver's side, but that's where the petrol cap is. That's always good to know. But yes, as I said before, it has to be operated by this button here, that petrol cap. But when you have the heater seat or even the cooling seat, you get cool from here, here, and up here, which I think is absolutely amazing. So if I sit in, you get it all the way up through the middle of your back, which I think is all you need really when you're having cool or heated seats. But I think it's quite a cool addition. I don't think you get it in a lot of cars at this price range, but yes, very good addition, and I think that is one of my bonuses for this car. Rather than having the AC on and having wind in your face, you just turn on the heated seats and it cools your body down. It's like having an ice pack for me on my body, so bonus there. But I think in this country, don't need it so much, but I would say in countries far and wide in Europe and Asia, I'm sure that'll be a massive bonus for a lot of people, so thumbs up with me. So the petrol engine has turned on. I'm gonna get my seatbelt on for a bit of safety, and we're gonna go into driving mode. See, the engine now turns off as we're in EV mode, and it does put a bit of power on the petrol, so it's a bit of a mix. Road noise, it's quite a lot of it, louder than most, so we're only going 25, 30 miles an hour. If I was to put my foot down in EV mode, big strain. Yeah, that's not that fast really. That was foot flat to the floor. That was 45, 50 miles an hour. You can use the paddle shifts in EV mode, but it goes like level 1, level 2, and like level 3 if you do the minus paddle shift. But if you want to then put it to level 2 again, and then level 1, mean, I can't really see it doing much, but it's changing the level on the battery, but I personally don't know what that does. Brakes in this mode, I think they're like regenerating brakes, so they're pretty useless. Reversing camera is always nice, but I'm going to put it in sports mode and show you what it's like. All the dials go red, you can see the revometer. Okay, that's a lot different. Engine's still straining, it's still quite loud in here. You get a lot more feel under tyre, so you can actually feel where the wheels are on the road. I think the gears hold a little bit longer. Obviously it becomes a lot more fuel efficient. Brakes, no, they still do that degeneration to charge the batteries on the braking. It doesn't sort of flow that well in terms of its ability to change from hybrid to petrol. It's not the most expensive car. I think that when it's in hybrid mode, it's got a lot of work to do for me personally. The car, you just don't get any feel under wheel, you don't get a feeling of attachment to the car. But I think as a driver, you want to feel that you're getting that feeling, and I think in sports mode you get that. In hybrid mode, it feels a little numb under tyre, so there's a bit of work that needs doing in the lower region of car for me. And I think if we're moving into this hybrid electric car in the future, I think it needs a lot of work. But everything's really clear in the car. I think what's really cool about this, it's got a fair bit of tech for the price of car, the price point, 25 to 30,000 pounds you're paying for this car. So I think with that said, you've got, you know, heated seats, cooling seats, you've got driving assist, you've got a huge sat-nav screen. But yes, okay, this is the premium model. You paid a little over 30 grand, but I think that's the same price point as an A-Class Mercedes, and I think in terms of the tech, you're almost on par. The finish obviously isn't the same, so the little A-Class in my eyes, as an opinion, a little bit biased because we've just got one, but I think the finish in the A-Class is a little bit better. But there's a few little differences on this car, like you get the cooling seats. For me, as I get generally quite hot when I drive, that is a huge bonus. But there's a few pros and cons in this car, same with any car, but I think in there they can get ironed out quite easily. It's a comfortable car, you can get people in the back, as it's a 5-door, same as the A-Class, but I would say in this car there's a little less headroom. Now, thanks for watching another great episode with Car Talks. Now, I hope you enjoyed this one in the Hyundai IoniQ Hybrid. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the hybrids, they've got a lot of pros and a lot of cons, but if you enjoyed the ride, please leave us a comment below, and don't forget to press that subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy.